In today's video, I discuss how much money YouTube doesn't make me and the reasons why I still do it. Cue the intro. Hi folks, and welcome to the video. For those who are new to the channel, my name is Andrew. I'm a part-time eBay and Amazon reseller, which means I buy stuff and sell it on eBay and Amazon for a profit 99.9% of the time. I take the occasional loss, as we all do. And I'm a mental health advocate as well. So, occasionally I will talk about mental health issues I've experienced and try and support others who are struggling with the same. Today is actually quite a special day. It is the 2nd of April, and apparently, according to YouTube, I don't know how true this is, but this is what YouTube tells me. Today is the 5th birthday of my YouTube channel. So that's been 5 years of the Money Mental UK YouTube channel. Now, ordinarily, to celebrate a birthday, we'll get pictures up of some montage of clips, the best moments, all that kind of stuff. But I've no clue how to do any of that. I am a rubbish YouTuber. So instead, I'm going to talk a bit about why I do YouTube and challenge perhaps some of the misconceptions, I'll say, that are out there about doing YouTube. So yeah, it's going to be a bit of a talky video, so feel free to do some listening or something else like that alongside. I like talky content because it's easy to make. But I also like listening to it because it allows me to do other things while I'm listening, which is why I've recently discovered podcasts, which is just like amazing. But anyway, we digress. So yeah, 5 years of Money Mental UK. Half a decade. I cannot believe it. It feels like time has flown by in that few years. But yeah, YouTube. I started YouTube to talk about talk about two things. I was 60k in debt at the time. So I wanted to talk and document my journey in paying that off. In fact, I was probably slightly less than 60k when I started it off. To be fair, I'd probably paid some off, but we'll use that figure because it's easy. So yeah, that was one thing, and also I wanted to reach out to other people who are experiencing mental health struggles and show that it's okay to talk about those, particularly as at the time, although thankfully this is diminished slightly, although not as much as like there used to be a real stigma about men talking about mental health issues, particularly online, particularly on social media, and particularly on YouTube. And I'm just going to close Discord because that is annoying me. And you might be able to hear it going off in the background. No, but I can. Yeah, these videos are uncut, just unfiltered streams of consciousness. So we'll get used to that. So yeah, I wanted to challenge that and show that it's okay to be open uh, about mental health issues, and therefore, I put the mental aspect into my channel name itself and into my branding, as it were. It's a big part of who I am. It's shaped my journey through life, sometimes positively, mostly negatively, but it's brought me to where I am today. So mental health is always going to be an important part uh, of me, really. Um, so yeah, that's why I started off the channel. As my journey evolved into you know different means of making money and exploring those, I came across the reselling community, spearheaded by Nick Hills at the time, and I've always been a bit of a wheeler dealer, and it's always something that I've wanted to do a lot more of, but didn't really know how to do that. Um, so when I discovered this whole community on YouTube first off, and then on other social media, it was just like a light bulb moment for me. This was like finally the moment for me to be able to do something that I enjoy that will help improve my mental health because it gives me something to focus on, and it will help pay off my debts as well. Um, I had no doubt at all that I'd be able to make a success of it because I've sold stuff for profit before in my life. I could see other people doing it, and if other people can do it, I know I can do it. So that determination was there. Um, so the YouTube channel became more about documenting that reselling journey, and remains to this day to be about that because that is the thing that I like and enjoy. Um, why do I still do YouTube content? Why do I produce it? Why am I doing daily content? You may ask. Well, what I get from this YouTube channel is connection and community. Uh, I'm autistic. Uh, that's something I was diagnosed with pretty much probably around the time of starting off this YouTube channel, actually. Um, so I've always struggled to fit in, and I've never really felt like I belonged. And I still struggle with those thoughts and feelings every day. I find social situations can be quite difficult unless I'm stupidly drunk. Um, I find it really hard to talk to people and connect with them, but I keep trying, uh, and I'll always keep trying because I believe, if you want to do something, you've got to keep doing it and keep going with it. So that's my mantra in life is just to keep on going, no matter what life throws in your way. Just keep going. Um, so so yeah, that's what I do, and this channel has allowed me to go live on other channels to meet new people, to make new friends who also do YouTube content, and to share and learn from them, meet them in person and have a good time, but also to connect with those who don't produce YouTube content themselves, but who like to watch the content, who like to comment, who reach out on the social media, who attend meetups, which are always difficult for me, who may not appear so when I'm at one, but they are always challenging for me and anxiety inducing just after just thinking about going to them, let alone being at them. Which is why sometimes you can see me be quiet and struggle to engage. Um, but yeah, that's just how it is. But yeah, it's allowing me to build those friendships and connections that I would not have been able to do so otherwise. Um, my content is by no means the best. It's probably amongst the worst in some regards. I don't spend a lot of time doing stuff or thinking about stuff. I never plan. I never script. Um, I just turn on the camera and talk to it. Um, but that helps me, and hopefully that might help others as well who are perhaps struggling in the same way because I'm definitely not the only person who does. Um, and I would always say to anyone who's considering doing reselling or a YouTube channel, I just go out there and start it, uh, because everything you're worried about probably isn't going to happen. And the worst thing that happens is you can go and say, I tried something, it wasn't for me, but you can't ever say that unless you've tried it. So go out there and try it. Um, so yeah, that's why I do YouTube. That's why I run the Money Mental Facebook group as well to allow others to connect in that way. And if you're not a member of that, do please join the Money Mental Facebook group and do feel free to follow me on Instagram, where I have the Money Mental UK Instagram account as well. Um, I might spread onto other social medias. I sound like a virus now. I might join other social medias and build a presence on those at some point in the future, but I'm generally so busy with work and doing this and doing reselling that it is difficult to keep on top of the social media, to be honest. Um, but yeah, 5 years in of the channel, um, I talked about wanting to tackle misconceptions. There's a lot of talk amongst people who don't do YouTube, uh, to be honest, about YouTubers aren't resellers, which is madness. YouTubers only do it for the money. Um, I'll show you how much money I've earned in a minute, so you can see why that's not true. Um, or YouTubers just do it for attention. I love attention. I'm more than happy to have attention. I'll admit that. But uh, as I've discussed, YouTube for me is about a mechanism of getting my thoughts out there that I wouldn't be able to do otherwise, and communicating, and you know, making myself visible to the world, which is extraordinarily difficult for me to do, and you know, far more difficult than it should be. Whether I get some attention as a result of that, then fantastic, brilliant. I'm not going to complain. But it's about that connection and being able to connect with others. And I think that's the same for a lot of other YouTubers as well. Um, the nature of reselling by itself is that it can be quite a lonely job. And so having an outlet to be able to reach out and engage to others is actually really helpful. And it can just help ease some of that loneliness that can occur. So I think it's unfair to say that people do it for attention, and it shows a real lack of understanding and empathy as well, if I'm honest, uh, for others too. So, when you see people saying that and making these comments, I'll ignore them. And perhaps you should too. Um, but anyway, so there's, that conception. Um, Views are important. We make YouTube, we want to be seen. We look at the views that we get on our videos so that we can choose and adjust our content accordingly. The more views, the more engagement, the more community, the more connection we get. So obviously people are going to look at views. They're going to try and produce content that gets those views. I'm not hugely bothered about views, but when I see a video that isn't doing as well, sometimes I think to myself, maybe I should have produced that kind of content. It's not really reaching people or getting that engagement. It's not what people want to see. Although, to be fair, having looked at it a bit deeper, the content that people want to see is people failing or doing badly, just based on my own observations. Um, you know, Scandal, drama, that kind of stuff, um, because that's what drags in the viewers. Um, I think if people put videos out about how successful they are and how they're doing, sometimes that attracts hate from others who are perhaps not doing as well, and that's a great shame because if I see someone who's doing well, that is inspiring to me. And I think to myself, how can I achieve what they have achieved? How can I learn from what they have done so that I can do that as well? Or sometimes I look at it and go, that's fantastic. I don't want to do that myself. And that's fine, because you see that they've sweated blood and tears to get where they are. And I think, well, I've got enough going on. It's a bit too much for me. But it's interesting to learn about nonetheless. Anyway, yeah, so the other thing, YouTubers do YouTube to make money. There may be some that do that, but the reselling community isn't that big. The content we produce, unless you're doing car boot walkarounds, doesn't tend to get huge amounts of views. The car boot views get a lot because there's always people who like to see what bargains people get at car boots in the wider general community. So YouTube does push that content. I don't go to car boots very often. And when I do, I sure as hell I'm spending my time filming at it because I'm trying to concentrate on actually sourcing stock. So I might do an occasional car boot video or a bit of footage from it, but it's not going to be very often. I don't do early starts as well. Um, anyway, we digress. I thought it would be good to show you some of these, show you underneath the bonnet of YouTube and some of the statistics. So I'm just going to do a screen share of my YouTube account lifetime from 5 years on, show you how many views I've had, how many subscribers, and how much money it's maybe in those 5 years, just to give you that insight into why it's, for a YouTuber like me, not really a money making platform. Hello, so Future Andrew here. This is my YouTube analytics. You can see it's across the lifetime of the channel here, from April the 2nd, 2018 to April the 1st, 2024. So yeah, April 2nd is indeed the birthday of the channel. And it's actually 6 years it's been going for, not 5 years, which is brilliant. I'm so good at maths, clearly. Anyway, so yeah, in those 6 years, I have got an amazing 367,732 views. I did not expect that to be so high. People have spent 87,000 hours watching me. And in that time, I've had 2K subscribers, although quite a lot of those have unsubscribed or been blocked. So the current subscriber count is 1,968. So I'm not a big channel by any stretch of the imagination, but I am a monetized one. And in those 6 years, although not all of it I was monetized for, I was probably monetized for just over 4 years of it, I have made £1,097.74 estimated revenue. So just over a grand of revenue. That is, say, 250 quid a year since I've been monetized. It's not a lot of money, is it? I could literally make more money than that by just spending the time I do YouTube listing, and I could turn that into many instead and shipping any orders that come as a result of that. I make many thousands of pounds more. So definitely not a money spinner. There are people who literally think that the YouTube brings in money and it's a great money earner. It's not. It does increase the profile of the eBay business. So I will occasionally, although I've not had one for a very long time, get a subscriber sale from it. And occasionally there's the odd paid piece of content I produce. So we might be able to double that figure to about £2,000 based on that. That's probably way too high. It's probably actually less than that. But yeah, even if we doubled it to 2 grand, still not a massive money earner. I'd still earn far more just focusing on my eBay and Amazon businesses and getting those sorted out. But then I wouldn't be able to connect with you guys. I'm just going to end the screen recording itself now, and then I'll come back to you in full screen. So bear with me a minute, folks, and you'll see me flash up moment. So yeah, there we go. I thought I'd take this special 6th birthday, as it now turns out to be. God knows what I was doing on the 5th birthday of this channel, probably didn't even notice. Just to reflect on why I do things, why I could continue to do things, because it continues to give me that outreach to the community and those connections with people that I wouldn't make otherwise. And who knows, might even meet my future wife through this channel. But yeah, hopefully that's been a useful discussion. A few points to think about there for people. If you have got any comments, you want to share anything, or you just want to wish happy birthday to the Money Mental UK channel, do comment below. Today's comment will be birthday cake, so it'll actually be relevant to the video for once. So if you've reached this far, please feel free to comment below saying birthday cake, although I actually will release this video the day after the channel's birthday. But anyway, you know, we can have a belated birthday. Thanks for watching, folks, and thanks for making it this far. Don't forget to hit that like button on your way out. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you're not subscribed. I really do appreciate it because it helps the channel grow and helps me connect with more people. Bye for now.